Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of the Patreon server tour. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having a fantastic day. We have some really cool stuff to look at. We've got a Dungeons and Dragons inspired build. We've got a giant apartment complex, all sorts of cool stuff. So without further ado, let's jump into the tour. All right, we are back to looking at bases, and we are here at Pineleaf's base. What you got, Pineleaf?
All right, we will begin here. This was originally my little protocol coming in from StinaRose's area, but I decided to turn it into a Ender Pearl course.
Oh, so, cool.
Yeah, you start out here, and this is sort of like the start, and there are 7, one for each color of the rainbows. We start at red, and you eventually go all the way down to purple.
Oh, I see. So you're trying to chuck from pole to pole, essentially.
Right, so you go to the one that's lit, and yeah, I never did. I probably should have removed that string there because it always goes to it always comes out a little short. I've never made that toss yet. I don't suggest you spend too much time on that since it's not the direction we're going to be going in the end.
Yeah,
but the idea
cool
there,
idea.
Yeah, the idea there though is you're considered to have completed the hole when you press the button. So if you're close enough to press the button, it means you've successfully done it. So it's similar to golf where you try to do it as few.
Yeah, so like it's like disc golf in Minecraft, kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
Cool.
Now the base itself is down this way.
Okay. Right behind you.
First thing I want to show on the inside is the room of ordeals.
Okay.
And the whole thing is, you know how Joe Hills is doing the Curse of Strahd for his build this season on Hermitcraft?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I decided that I was going to do mine based on the Temple of Elemental Evil, so I call it the Temple of Elemental Pine.
Okay.
So therefore, there's a lot of stuff in here in the 4 elements. So that's the fire ordeal.
Okay.
This is the earth ordeal, which is a little bit of a maze.
Okay.
Then we have the water ordeal, which is here.
Okay, I see. So you're supposed to jump here and then...
Yeah. Now,
over.
The whole trick is that when you're doing the ordeal for real, I turn the lights out.
Ah, I see.
And the reason that's important is because right here, there's a zombie spawner.
Oh, okay. That makes it a little more interesting.
That's why I thought of this, is because we did have first thing I came in when I started building the base is found a zombie spawner, and I didn't think it was a good place for a farm, so I decided, all right, turn that into an ordeal chamber.
Cool.
And let's see. And what I did down here then is to pretty much build the entirety of the Temple of Elemental Evil.
Okay.
Now on the next floor down is where I have the 4 temples.
Ooh.
So this is the air temple.
Okay.
And this is one that it really it looks better in the new texture pack. I have to say that because the diorite, polished diorite really looks great in the new texture pack. And so I did this right around the time the new texture pack came out.
Okay. Let me just... There we go. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that makes a huge difference.
It makes a huge difference. I'm sure it does. So I have this all over the place in here. And this turned into a hazard too much for villagers because I had some villagers in here and they all disappeared one day. And I think that there must be something in here where they got caught and killed.
Yeah, that's the only reasonable explanation because everything's all lit up. So
right. Here is the fire temple, and the villagers here survived. Here we got this big pit of fire here, and yeah, all the villagers survived.
Yep. Gotcha.
And so this is the fire temple and the big, huge flame pit in there.
Okay.
And over here, we have the water temple.
Okay.
With its own villagers.
Gotcha.
Yeah, what I do is I have 3 clerics plus one of another type of villager that represents the high priest. And you say, why is a nitwit the high priest here? Is because a nitwit is a green coat and green is the color I was using there for that.
Makes sense.
Now the sign block, the history on that is in the original module, they had something called the living pool.
Mm-hmm.
In the DDO version, they represented the living pool as a gelatinous cube. So therefore I created a slime block, which is 3 by 3 meters there, which is about roughly 10 by 10, which is the size of a gelatinous cube. And I decided to stick that into the water and use that.
Gotcha.
And that's the second.
So then the earth, I think, is the only one we still need to...
Yeah, the earth was actually upstairs. I had forgotten that we passed by the... Actually, I better go in the other direction because the other direction would be where I put the earth temple.
Okay, I'm right behind you. So
Yeah.
did you build pretty much the entire base in the new texture pack?
The early parts of it were in the old texture pack because it was before the texture pack came out.
Gotcha.
But the area here by the time I got to the air temple, I think the new texture pack was out. Now this is the earth temple.
Okay.
And in the original one, you had all these earth elementals and stuff like that going around there. So I was thinking at first doing something with iron golems, but in the end I thought, how about turning the earth temple into a cow farm? So that's why you have all the cows here.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
That's the earth. Okay, now that we got the earth temple, now the third level, because the third level is the grandest temple of them all.
Okay.
And let's see if I could... I guess best way to get there is this way. I guess here's the ballroom. This is supposed to be some sort of feasting hall and stuff like that. So
gotcha. Okay.
I pretty much made it. And there are 4 seating areas with the colored carpet with the appropriate element there.
Okay.
See, actually, I just took you towards the Skelly farm instead.
A base so big that even its creator gets lost in it.
Yeah, it is based on a dungeon.
True. I'll give you that.
All right, here it is. These are the stairs down.
There we go.
Now, the trouble with this is the audience chamber, which is, unfortunately, I found out it was built on a
slime chunk.
So this is what we got. Now, what we have here is this was filled with mushrooms in the original module. So, of course, I originally had a lot of mycelium here because mycelium just grows.
Mm-hmm.
But in the end, I decided, look, I live in a mega taiga. Why don't I just grab some puzzle? Because puzzle looks 100 times better than mycelium.
Yep, agreed.
Yeah. So in this room down here, there was a magical area with a force field with various different colors in it. And I decided to turn it into a rainbow room. I'm sure the original creators of the dungeon would roll over dead if they heard I did that to it. But turned this most evil room in the entire dungeon into a beautiful rainbow room.
Fair enough. Why not? Might as well.
Why not?
And then over here, this was the rainbow room that you turned into an evil room, right?
No. This is the room that had teleporters that led into the various nodes.
Okay.
And what the nodes are is they had a node for each of the elements. So therefore I built these little node rooms here. And each of them has a diamond block as a treasure that's in a hard to get to area. So in the air one, of course, it's way up in the sky, though you could enter pearl in order to get up there.
Of course.
Of course. Right. So therefore, that's one. And with the earth one, I made it into a maze.
Okay.
And And a real maze as opposed to that small maze I had in the other one. The fire one, it looks like a piece of the
nether. Yep, I was just down there.
Yeah, you're just down there. So you saw the nether and the... Right, yeah. So first the fortress and then the regular area. So that was the maze down in the earth area.
Okay.
And so it's tricky getting through there a little bit.
And then the water one is the only one that I still can see.
Now, the water one can be tricky. Just better make sure that if you're in survival mode that you know that when I call it the water node, it is the water node.
Gotcha. All underwater, I see.
It's all underwater. Yep.
Bring your floaties.
Bring your floats. And now, let's finish off with the Greater Temple.
Alrighty. Right behind you.
Okay.
There we go.
And now here, this is the Grand Temple, which is it's shaped like a spruce tree.
Oh yeah.
And that's the idea of it. And I have and on each of the four sides, we have one for each element. So therefore, for fire, for example, I turn it into a super smelter. So my first attempt at a super smelter.
Oh, gotcha.
And then I put a farm in one, and then a little bit of artistry for the other two.
I see.
And this all leads to the top, to the great pine itself.
The giant pine tree.
And the giant pine tree.
Leaf.
Right. And this is, in fact, right under the beacon that what we saw way at the beginning.
I see. Cool. So it kind of all ties together in the end.
So it all ties together. So that way leads to my zombie farm, and then back up here, then leads back up to the top.
Gotcha.
And that way leads to the spider spawner, where what I did with the spider spawner was just have it a place where I say that they're having a war against the demon queen of spiders. So therefore, they're fighting a war up there.
Cool.
So therefore, I turn it on and I just fight spiders. Combat practice is what it was for.
Fair enough.
And that concludes my base.
Awesome. Cool. So next we will be looking at Typhonus's base. So let's head over there. All right, guys, we are at Typhonus's base. Looking very fancy. What you got?
Welcome to Botany Bay. It used to be a hotel, but after falling on hard times, it became an apartment building.
I see. I like it. I like the block palette. It works very well together. Ooh, and there's another one. Okay, I'm going to hold off on looking at everything right away. Show me around in the order that you want me to see things.
And here is the lobby.
Okay.
The blocks here hide where the swimming pool from above drips onto the floor.
Okay.
It hides something else as well.
Where did you go? Oh, there you are. I see you. Wait.
Yes, that's my office.
There's a secret passageway behind something? Aha! There we go. Got it.
Welcome to my office.
It's a nice, cozy little office.
Well, I made it because, like I said, if I get rid of the blocks on the ceiling, it leaks.
Fair enough.
And here is sort of a community area where people can relax. Here's where people can collect their mail for the day.
Okay.
We even have an ATM.
Oh, look at that.
Down here is my workshop.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I see. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me take off the the new textures and switch back to the old ones. Just so everything looks...
So is the doctor one of your guests?
Wrong button. Ooh, that was close. We're good.
As I said, this is my workshop.
Very nice. So you got some storage and stuff down here as well.
Yeah. Also, a couple of multi-smelters.
Always needed.
For enchanting and such, we have to go upstairs.
Okay.
We have a stairway and an elevator to get to upper floors.
Gotcha. And I see you got a little enchanting area in here. Some tables.
We have enchanting. This is a conference table. Over here is the potion area.
Okay.
Out here, a swimming pool.
Ah, an essential of every hotel and or apartment complex.
Complete with a lifeguard station.
Very important if you have a pool.
You can see my farms back here. Horse pen.
Yep. Llamas, I see.
Yeah, 2 of them spawned over here. I used a lot of black glass because it allows me to look into the pen and not let the mobs see me if it happens.
Gotcha.
Next, I'll show you one of the apartments.
Okay. Right behind you. Oh, stuck on the door. There we go.
I saw the design for the hotel on YouTube, but it used quartz and gray terracotta, but I'm kind of cheap, so I went with, sandstone.
Don't blame
you. Orange terracotta goes with sandstone.
Yes, it does.
Welcome to the penthouse.
Oh, there we go. Ah, look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, I like how you divided the like bedroom area using the trapdoors.
It even has a working seat.
Oh yeah. Cool.
With a laptop.
Yep. Nice little mouse. Your first diamond, I see.
Yeah, I use these as privacy screens. I mean, I do sleep back in here.
Gotcha.
And here's the bathroom.
Okay. Right over here. Very nice.
Stina helped me decorate some. We have, you have storage, ender chest, brewery.
Gotcha.
And every apartment has the same setup for a kitchen.
Okay. And then you got like a little balcony area out here as well.
Yes, each resident is allowed to decorate it as they wish.
Oh, cool. So then do you have like everyone, well, maybe not everyone, but do you have like a whole bunch of different people from the server who all kind of created their own little place here? Nice.
Yeah, we have. The, let's see, next. Oh, the ceiling, the roof, I mean.
Okay.
I took one of your designs.
Ah, from the moon base, the lunar base or whatever.
Right, this is supposed to be a semi-modern building, so you need cable internet.
Yep. Satellite, all this kind of good stuff. Makes sense.
Now for the other.
Where'd you go? Did you fall down here? Yeah, there we go. I see ya.
Now for the other extras around here.
Okay.
Boat dock.
Gotcha.
Entrance to the mine.
You cut out there. Say that again.
I designed the boat dock for the Guardian farm, and so I copied it here.
Okay, makes sense. What's the structure over here?
That is a restaurant.
Ah, okay. So I'm assuming this is like the kitchen. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, this is the kitchen.
Gotcha.
Not only do you have seating in here,
got some outdoor patio seats as well,
and an outdoor grill.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
Next, and there's the bathroom for the restaurant.
Okay.
Up here, you have a little pool.
Okay. Gotcha.
You can have people relax here. Next up, the bar.
Okay.
The stairs will allow easy access to all these beaches.
Makes sense. It's a prime real estate.
Yeah, it built up on the hill, so you have a nice view of everything.
Yep.
I sort of built a grotto, then transformed it.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Welcome to Escape.
Yeah, looks nice. We have pina coladas.
Yeah. We have a pool. People can relax in this pool, order drinks.
Very cool. And then
next.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I mean, like I said.
I was going to say, I see one more building up here that looks kind of like an apartment complex of some sort. Big, huge, giant structure.
Oh, yeah, I added a second one.
Okay, gotcha. And I see some farms and stuff in some of these floors. It looks like I see like a sugarcane farm.
Well, they decorated as they wish.
Gotcha. Oh, and you got like a little tennis court over here, too.
Yep, I built a tennis court. We have a helipad. Over here is a tree farm.
Okay.
It also doubles as a vine farm because I have vines all around the base. They grow up the tree, and you can harvest the vines, then cut down the tree.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
This is just a smaller version of the bigger apartment, more affordable units.
Sure. Awesome.
Let's see. Lastly is, well, like I said, the farm area.
Mm-hmm.
Here are my horses.
Lots of skeleton horses.
Yeah, 4 horsemen.
Gotcha. And then it looks like you have all the essentials over here. Pumpkins, melons, wheat, carrots,
yep.
All that kind of good stuff.
I have a concrete maker over here. Made it of wood.
Gotcha.
Because wood doesn't will not break as easily when a pickaxe hits.
Yep.
These are just my llamas, a melon farm, the cow hype.
Indeed. Hashtag cow hype.
Chickens, cocoa farm.
Very cool.
And that's it for this place, other than the wool storage.
Awesome. Fantastic.
Oh yes, I also have a lookout tree.
Oh yeah. I see it. Over here we got a little lookout tree. Very cool. Well, thank you for showing me around. I think we're going to head over to Vander's place. Okay, guys, we are back, and we're looking at Vander's place. We're in the Nether right now. This is kind of the entrance to your area, right?
Yeah. So we have this really cool tunnel here because the community end portal is right over here. So
yeah, let me
like a big
back your
spot.
mic off just a little bit.
How's that?
That's much better. Cool. Okay, sorry to stop you, but
so we kind of put this white glass in to kind of form a fog wood effect, so we can make a small-ish nether tunnel.
Gotcha.
Without having to whole forest. Someone put a ender pearl station here. So.
Okay.
But it always gets stuck underneath the iron bar, so it doesn't really do much.
Yeah, that's kind of a poor location choice for, for an ender pearl dispenser.
This is the community end portal, so if you want to find the stronghold, it's through there. But
okay.
If you want to.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Pop back through.
Yeah. The ice here melted because I put a torch down, but through here, here is my portal base.
Okay.
Didn't really want to make a hub, so I just made a large room and called it a hub.
Fair enough.
Through here is my main base.
Swing on through. There we go.
Yep. So there's this terraforming leading up to my castle.
Okay.
I guess we could start with the islands surrounding the castle here.
Sure.
So if you go to the left, there is kind of a war camp for the army.
Gotcha.
Random shulker box.
Little tents?
Yep. And a little campfire. And just kind of a rocky border.
Cool.
It's a nice flat little area.
Looking good.
Suitable for army camp. If we go to across the main island, over to here. This is kind of the gatehouse of the kingdom. This whole area never really got finished because I got super demotivated to play. So I built a couple of houses, but I didn't like the design, so I stopped playing. These are my 2 horses, but they don't really live there. They just kind of are stuck. And across this bridge, there's this kind of a market island, which used to be a town island, but I blew it up because I didn't like it, so I made this instead.
Gotcha.
And still kind of in progress. And then over here, the kingdom is under attack. But before that, Emma and Graceful Abandon built this diorite bunny and diorite tree.
Gotcha. And I see you got like a catapult or a trebuchet over here.
Trying to throw it over to the castle, but they have really bad aim because there's no one actually manning the catapult.
Fair enough. That would kind of hinder your accuracy, yeah.
Yeah, there's also a little trench so all the soldiers can fight there, but once again, we don't really have a standing army because I built this whole place myself. Oh, can't fly. And then I did some terraforming over here because I had this big sheep farm, the Azuma one that he built on Hermitcraft 5.
Yep.
But I really didn't know how to disguise it, so I just made a giant grass platform over it and then terraformed the side.
Okay. Makes sense.
And you mentioned earlier custom trees, if you like just had one custom tree. Here's my one custom tree.
Gotcha.
And a fallen custom tree, a dead wagon.
I liked the the downed tree here as well.
Yes.
Nice touch.
I kind of just made it, and yeah, thank you. Then if we go through here, you kind of come up, and there's a wheat field that got trampled like 500 times, so nothing really happened with it. It doesn't look that great. Then I added a couple custom trees, and there's a kind of a 2-layered pond. So the first pond. Oh, you're all the way. Oh, you're right there.
Yep, I'm right by you.
There's the first pond, and then it kind of floats down into the second pond. And what I'm really proud of in this area is the way I got the water to kind of flow out in a very even distribution rather than just plopping down.
Very cool.
I think that has a nice effect. There's a little bench. And then if we pop down under the cliff area here, there's the actual sheep farm. And I have a little cave, and you can make there's all the different chests that have all the different wool types. And over the past week, I've just been telling people when they need wool, just raid my chests.
Gotcha.
There's the AFK platform, and it has a shear dispenser, and it'll keep my inventory full so I can AFK overnight with it.
Gotcha.
Then I think all I have left now is my main island. So through here, I built this the other day. The Welstopia, and its Welsh church, is having a service. It's a really weird service because they're like putting a head under a fire. I'm just gonna kind of make this a whitey head.
There we go.
That adds a little more flavor. And then through here leads down to my bedroom area.
Okay.
And for most of the season, I didn't actually use the bedroom because it was so inaccessible that just yesterday I cleared it up.
Gotcha.
So this is my bedroom, and I can sleep here when I want.
Okay.
Nice little interior, map of the area. Then down here leads to my throne room.
Okay.
Which is also accessible from right outside the portal if you saw the path there. I like this throne design.
Ooh, I like this too.
Thank you.
Nice and simple.
Yeah. Then there's kind of these side entrances because I was bored of like going all the way up from at the top where we first entered. Just kind of go down through the water, and that's fun.
Gotcha.
Put them on both sides. And then this is my storage kind of base space area.
Okay.
I have the Tango Tech storage design thing here with shulker boxes.
Makes
All
sense.
dyed cyan because it looks good and I can just take the shulker boxes out at any time.
Yep.
Then I have this bulk storage here in case I overflow. Cub fan thingy that has all the shulker boxes. Way too many shulker boxes. Then over here I have a villager area, but I'm really bad at things. So this whole area was originally also a villager hole. But then I had the block open and a baby zombie killed the best farmer and a mending villager.
Oh,
So,
rip.
At that point, I just kind of gave up. This is my melon farm output. The shulkers are here. Here's a tip if you ever want to hide lighting, like in a place like this. Lights shine through shulkers. So I just put up glowstone on the other side. And through here, where's my shovel? There's my shovel. There is a. This is kind of where all my farms are. You can kind of just go through.
Gotcha.
I have a melon farm, and I have a farmer that I never bothered to get out. This is my hydraulic press, and the way it works is I summon a villager, and I decide that I don't like this villager, so I press that button, and then I, this button, and I open it, and then I crush him, and then he dies. And through here is my villager breeder that summoned all these villagers.
Okay.
I never really got around to properly making it look pretty, but...
Well, you know, all this stuff's kind of buried behind things anyway,
Yep.
so.
In fact, if I hadn't broken that open, we never would have even gone here. And then if you look in here, you can just see like the thousands of villagers.
Yep.
Blame the farm or obs. And through here, That's pretty much the main base, but there's a couple more little things outside of the base that I want to show you.
Sure.
If everyone get through. You picked up 2 of my powder thingies. Thank you. And so ages ago, I had a neighbor named Master Jason, and so we used to build a bunch of things. We wanted to make a big lore kind of with our bases, and so we built a tower bordering our bases, all the way over here, just out of render distance. Kind of half swamp, half flower forest area. And it's a tower that's fallen into decay over the hundreds of years, which it has been.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, and so it's called the Tower of Guard, but half the letters fell off of the sign. Then there's this tower, and the log has fallen over. And I like it. It was just a little build.
Yeah.
We did.
Nice, cool little detail, for sure.
Yeah. And we were going to do a lot more of these, but then he unexpectedly had to leave the community, so.
Gotcha.
Sad. Now, all the way over here. Way over here. They're past the town. There's this cottage. This was originally going to be my whole base, because I was only planning on staying for a couple months, but then I didn't, so I moved. I have an AFK fish farm down there. That's never really a thing I've done. There's like a nice and little interior thing here.
Okay.
With a YDYT signature secret trapdoor.
Of course.
Which lead down to the original. Originally, my base plan was to have like a secret lab under the innocent house, but I decided that was a bad idea. Nope. So I decided to do the kingdom thing that you saw.
Cool.
And then the one final thing is Jason and I had also built a minigame based around a mob spawner called Castle Vander, ended up calling it. And it's like a PvE dungeon where you have to find all the buttons and then escape. And so here's the castle.
Okay.
And there's the rules and stuff in here. And you'd sleep, and if you died, and you did, it was cool. And then through here, inside the castle, there's a bunch of mobs and stuff. The spawner is turned off at the moment, so we won't get murdered.
Gotcha.
Where's the thing? Oh, here we go. This is the throne room for that. Different throne design. Little kitchen. Cooking some lamb. It's been roasting for like 8 months now, so.
Looks delicious. I see you got treasure room over here.
Oh, yeah. One of the buttons is actually hidden right there in the corner. This is the one that no one ever finds because they're looking for the buttons elsewhere.
Oh, yeah. There it is.
You know, this is where the zombies come out because they get pulled out of the spawner. It's actually pretty cool.
Cool.
Chaser did all the redstone. And down here, my favorite part of this whole build, the staircase thingy here, through the banner, down here. There is a dungeon and then a armory. And the derpiest terrain thing in Minecraft. If you see that one block floating, that's natural.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And through here, if you look in the prison cell, you can see a YDYT imprisoned.
Yes.
And YDYT was horrified to figure out that I'd done that. There's usually like an armor stand here and an armor stand there, but something happened and they died. Maybe lava, I don't know. So that's pretty much my base.
Cool.
I hope you liked it.
Yeah, I did. Thank you for showing me around. I appreciate it.
No problem.
All right, well, next we will head to Spy's place, and we'll meet you guys there. All right, guys, we are here at Spy's place. Looks like this looks really cool.
Yeah. I was somewhat inactive on the server for a little while in the middle of the season, so I only finished it up only recently.
Okay.
But let me head down this way. So originally I wanted a mountain range to build in, and that was one further that way.
Okay.
And I accidentally teleported here and really liked this spot first, so yeah.
Gotcha.
Got myself a little hidey hole home, which I only completed last week. This used to be my storage room for the longest time.
I see.
And then up the hill. So all of this terrain is natural except for this hill heading out to the nether portal.
Okay.
So, up to the right here is my tree farm, which I ended up using quite a bit because pretty much my entire base is made out of wood.
Yep.
And I'm able actually to spawn tall jungle trees in here.
Cool.
So, yeah. And then, yeah. One of the things I wanted to do with my base is I didn't want to have a central storage room.
Mm-hmm.
So I split everything out into sort of themed areas. So I've got my wood storage in here.
Okay.
And then this way, up the stairs to the right. Up here is my forge, which has got 2 super smelters. Only one is operational.
Okay.
But this is where I keep my metal and armor and such in here.
Gotcha.
Back outside. Continuing down the stairs. And to the right is my Dark Oak Forest Glaive.
Gotcha. Was this originally Dark Oak Forest?
No, this wasn't. This was all extreme hills. I only planted these trees a little while ago.
Gotcha.
To the left here is my main farm where I've got all my wheat.
Okay. I see.
And food storage over here.
Gotcha.
One thing that really did surprise me when I first found this place is over here. I found I had an above ground skeleton spawner.
Oh, cool.
It was right in the edge of the cliff and perfect level for me to build a nice little XP farm.
Nice.
And last part is I've got my own central storage system, which I said I didn't want to build, but ended up needing anyway for just all the miscellaneous blocks.
Yeah.
So.
Gotcha.
And I've also got a small little mine off the distance down the path there.
Cool. I like how you have some of these little, like, sort of window bits that sort of are embedded into the mountain.
Yeah. One of the biggest ideas I had was just trying to make use of the mountain as much as I could and just have windows out the side and all interior passageways.
Yeah, it looks really good. I like it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I've got a pretty small base because I mainly worked on a lot of community builds this season.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you for showing me around. I appreciate it. And welcome back, guys. I hope you enjoyed all of that as much as I did. I had a blast, some really cool builds, and we've got some really cool builds coming up as well. Next episode, you guys are going to be wowed by the quality of some of the builds in the next tour. But guys, that is going to do it for me. If you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Links in the description below, so check those out as well. Otherwise, my friends, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.